to draw this adorable little woodchuck, then get yourself some paper, something to draw your doodle with, something to erase any mistakes you might make, and a black marker or something dark to outline your doodle with. Let's get started. Started drawing our adorable little woodchuck. Now, the most that I think I know about woodchucks is the Geico commercials. So we are going to try to work on this the best we can to make an adorable little woodchuck. So the first thing I'm going to do is my paper is going to go tall and skinny because my woodchuck is going to kind of be standing on his back legs. So I am going to start with a shape that is going to kind of round out on the edges, kind of like if I was making a fox. I just want a little bit of fur to kind of puff out, and I want his cheeks to kind of puff out a little bit. Grab a new marker. All right. So I definitely want his cheeks to kind of bulge out a little bit. And carry those lines down and around, and I'm just going to make one big shape. I'm not going to leave any openings. It's kind of an oval, like if I took an oval and just squeezed it a little bit. Next, we're going to add in his ears. So I'm going to give him just some small organically shaped ears here off the side. And maybe I'll add just a little curved line in there so I could add a different brown or a different pinkish color for the inside of his ears. I'm going to find the middle of his face and I'm going to create a small, rounded, triangular shaped nose. And I'm going to actually color that in black. You can color that in with your marker, or if you are drawing in pencil first, outline that later and color it in. I'm going to go about the middle of his nose. And I'm going to go down, up, and out. So I'm going to make kind of a wave shape there. So I'm going to go down, up, and out. And that's just so I can maybe have a lighter area for his face down here, like a lighter brown, and have a regular brown or a darker brown up top. I'm going to go ahead and give him his eyes. I'm going to go ahead and give him his two ovals. Keep him close to his nose. Big circle on the top, smaller circle on the bottom, and color in the rest of his eye to give it that anime, kawaii, cartoony look to his eyes. Just give it a little shine mark. I'm going to come down from the middle here of his nose, and I'm just going to create a very long fishhook shape for his face. And then I'm going to add in a tooth, kind of like a beaver would have. Not a huge one. I don't want it to be super big and take over the picture like I probably would if I was drawing a little cartoon beaver, but I definitely want him to have a little tooth because woodchucks like to eat that wood. So got to make sure he's got a little bit of a tooth. I'm going to come up on each side of his neck, and I'm going to come out and around kind of like if I was making a bowling pin. So I want his body to almost have a bowling pin shape to it. And then I can flip my paper over, and at the bottom of my paper I can go ahead and do a curved line here to finish off the base of his body. Next, I'm going to give him his legs. He's just going to be standing. So we're going to do two curved lines, almost like if I was drawing a heart, and these were my sides. And then I'm going to come around with his little oval feet. And you can add a line or two on his toes here, just to add in a little more detail so you know that those are his feet. I'm going to give him his arms. His arms are just going to be some curled down oval-y shapes here, long skinny ovals with an open end. And I'm going to give him 2 little fingers at the end of that, so that way we are also adding a little detail to his front paws. Then I'm going to come down and out and just kind of round out at the bottom here, just to give his belly a different color. So maybe I do like a lighter brown, a darker brown, and stuff like that around his body. And then I'm going to add in a tail. So his tail is just going to kind of come out here from the side at the bottom and just kind of curl. Maybe it's just sitting on the ground next to him. I don't really know how big their tails are. I think just from some pictures I saw, this is just kind of probably about as close as I'm going to get to a woodchuck. I'm going to draw in my horizon line in the back here. Now this is where you can definitely get creative. So maybe since he's a woodchuck, you can have wood, trees, something in the background. I think I'm just going to add maybe like some logs stacked up, maybe like a log over here on the ground. I don't really know. I don't think I've ever drawn a woodchuck. So I'm going to go ahead and make a circle or an oval-y shape here. And I'm going to kind of come back at an angle. And then I'm going to finish off that curve. So now I've got like a little wood log here. Maybe I add a little swirl there. Okay, a couple straight lines, just something to help make it look like a log. And then I can add in some shadow to really fix it up. I don't really know what else to add to the background. Don't know. I would say add whatever it is that you want to add to help make your little woodchuck yours. You could add a tree. Maybe I'll just add a tree. So I'm just going to add some big bumps here. So maybe he's just kind of hiding in a tree area. Maybe I can add another bush or something back here. And that way at least my picture plane is broken up a little bit and I can add in some other colors to my design. So here is my little woodchuck. Now it is time to color him in. So go ahead and grab whatever supplies you like to use the most. I love using Crayola Twistables, so I am going to grab my brand new box of those and I am going to get coloring in my woodchuck. Look how cute my little woodchuck turned out. I hope that you had fun drawing him as much as I did, or maybe you made it a her and maybe you added a whole different big exciting background. Either way, I had a lot of fun drawing my little woodchuck today. I hope that you had a lot of fun drawing a little woodchuck too. Please like and subscribe to the video and come back for more. I cannot wait to see you. Have fun doodling.